Hey, welcome back to Clean Cut, where we can talk about the truth about just about anything, as long as we use logic and common sense.
This season, we're talking about Mary, the mother of Jesus, and last time we talked about the Battle of Lepanto. This time, more of the history of the Rosary and the good that it's done, and can still do. In the 1500s, Saint Francis Xavier went to Japan, where he converted many people and helped to give them the sacraments. As the first missionary to Japan, however, he sometimes couldn't get there immediately when a person was sick, so he would send them a rosary to pray, or, if they were too weak, to wear around their neck. Those who used the rosary in this way always lived long enough to receive last rites from him, or else recovered completely from their sickness. Only 66 years later, over 400,000 people in Japan had become Catholic. In the early 1600s, many Calvinists in France had decided to use terror and force to try to establish their own regime. They were called the Huguenots, and for their cause, they started rebellions, massacred people, and burned cathedrals, libraries, churches, and other religious buildings, causing irreplaceable damage to artifacts and artwork of Catholic history. Faced with this outbreak of violent radicals in his own lands, King Louis XIII took action to suppress the violence, finally laying siege to their stronghold in La Rochelle. His forces had tried to fight the rebels before this, but had achieved only small victories, so he wrote to his mother to have public prayers said for his victory. The rosary was recited every Saturday until, in November of 1628, his forces won the battle, and the Huguenots would never be a serious military threat again. Since then, many Christians have continued to pray the rosary in search of the mercy and help of God. But in 1917, Mary appeared 6 times to 3 shepherd children at Fatima, Portugal, culminating in the miracle of the sun, in which the sun seemed to move on its own through the sky, dispelling the rain and drying the clothes of onlookers. This miracle was witnessed by over 18,000 people and reported on in the local secular newspapers. Mary's Fatima message to all Christians was to pray the rosary every day, do penance, and devote themselves to her Immaculate Heart. She had another message also for the Pope, the consecration of Russia, that doing so would lead to the conversion of Russia and to peace. However, she also had a stern warning, if her requests were ignored. If my requests are heeded, Russia will be converted, and there will be peace. If not, she will spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars and persecutions of the Church. The good will be martyred. The Holy Father will have much to suffer. Various nations will be annihilated. In the end, my Immaculate Heart will triumph. The Holy Father will consecrate Russia to me, and she will be converted, and a period of peace will be granted to the world. The Blessed Mother. We should be able to judge, in the time since then, whether we've lived in a time of great peace, or whether the Russian errors of communism and socialism have spread, whether wars have been caused and the Church persecuted. However, if all else fails, we can still pray the Holy Rosary in search of the help of God, through the intercession of his mother, and as she says, her heart will triumph. In the words of Maria Lucia, one of the girls who saw the Fatima apparitions herself, "The Most Holy Virgin in these last times in which we live has given a new efficacy to the recitation of the Rosary to such an extent that there is no problem, no matter how difficult it is, whether temporal or above all spiritual, in the personal life of each one of us, of our families, that cannot be solved by the Rosary. There is no problem, I tell you, no matter how difficult it is, that we cannot resolve by the prayer of the Holy Rosary." Sister Lucia, Visionary of Fatima. Next time, what are the promises of the Rosary?
That's all for now, so keep asking questions, and thanks for watching.